What's up, guys? It's StrikerHero Camo Out, and this is Would You Rather Episode 3. I have a special guest here, Yourself
Hey,
Productions.
hey guys, what's
Um,
up?
and yeah, so the first one is Sensei figures or Supercharged figures. I personally think the Sensei figures are I think everybody knows that the Sensei figures are a little bit more detailed and more like highly stable and crafted than the supercharger ones. But the supercharger ones, the bases and stuff, they look really cool, and I liked some of the superchargers. But the senseis, really think I like more of the senseis and superchargers, so I'd have to go with the senseis. Um, what would
Hmm.
you?
Well, for me, I'd have to say probably the Senseis too, but I don't know, because I really like Superchargers, even though a lot of people don't. But again, I didn't. The figures were fine, but they didn't really feel very Skylander-y. They felt more like kind of cartoony. The
Mm-hmm.
newer ones, they feel more like actual Skylanders figures. You could tell that it has a lot more work put into it. Like I like both of them, but I have to go with the Sensei figures.
Um, then the next one is kind of interesting because we haven't seen the 3DS starter packs in like a long time, for like a long time. The last one was in Superchargers, but it still has been a while. And do you want them to bring the 3DS packs back, or like continue just with the console? Kind of like what they did with Imaginators. They kind of completely like cut out the regular Wii and the 3DS.
Hmm. Well, I'd have to actually go with probably just to save time and money to just not do it since especially the 3DS is starting to kind of like it's not as popular anymore because of the Nintendo Switch and that's why they probably didn't do the 3DS this year. So,
Yeah, and plus
I
they're gonna make a Switch version. Or
yeah,
like,
and the games on the 3DS like it's cool because they had a different story, but again, I played them all I think and the quality isn't that great either, so I'd have to go with like no.
I mean, they were really good back in the day because you actually get like you got like the Punch Pop Fizz and like exclusive like dark variants and stuff like that. I remember
Yeah.
Dark Spyro. It's kind of like one of those things that were really cool to like have. And with Superchargers, they really like had so many different Nintendo figures. Like you can only get the Bowser character with the Clown Cruiser regular one, and like the 3DS and the Wii U. I mean Wii starter packs, and then Wii you get Donkey Kong. But I would have to
Yeah.
say no 3DS too. I'd have to agree on that. The next one is, do you like Mags as a character more, or like to help progress the story, or did you like Buzz better? I really liked Mags. I kind of thought Buzz was annoying a little bit in
Hmm.
Trap Team, but I really liked Mags, how they tied in with thinking she was like luminous or something. We thought she was like luminous for the longest time and so
Yeah.
and
Um, well, oh yeah, sorry, you done?
um you go. 'Cause-
Okay, yeah. Sorry, my dog's in the background. Um, so I actually have to go, yeah, probably the same with Max because the thing is with Buzz, like I like him. I don't really find him annoying, but like he didn't really do much for the story. He was kind of just there. He didn't really change anything. Like if you cut him out, really wouldn't make much of a difference. Um, Max, on the other hand, she helped you out with a lot of things. She built a bunch of things.
yeah.
Especially in Superchargers, she helps you out a lot with vehicles, so I'd probably have to go with Max.
This one is like battle between the two apps, Cloud Patrol or Cast, which but Cloud Patrol was the first Skylanders game I think on iOS devices and Android, and I really liked Cloud Patrol still. It's probably my favorite app out of them all recently. So if they made like Cloud Patrol 2, it would really be awesome to bring that back. Because I guess you can't download it on your phones anymore unless you haven't downloaded it before. I think you can get it back, but it doesn't work with iOS
Yeah.
11 at all, which is coming out in like this fall. But Cloud Patrol was still one of my favorites. I didn't play much of Battlecast, but I did collect the cards. What do you
hmm
think about that?
Well, for me, I'd have to say actually, probably Cloud Patrol, and I know like a lot of people they like Battlecast, and the thing is, I never really got that much into it. I mean, I bought the cards, and I thought the game was decent. I didn't really play much of it. I kind of stopped. after I was scanning in all these cards, then all of them fell on the floor, and then they got all messed up, and I forgot which ones I did scan in, so
Yeah,
I just
that's
gave up. But I had a lot of nostalgia with Cloud Patrol, and I spent so much time playing that game, so I have to go with Cloud Patrol.
the next one is the life element or the undead. This is kind of what characters you like more of each element. I was always more like into like the life element than the creepy Halloween undead and like dark elements. I mean, some of the characters are really creative, but I just like more of the like nature type of Skylanders was always been my favorite. Hence Camo being my favorite Skylander.
Hmm.
A lot of people like Undead more. What do you pick?
Well, that's a really tough one because I never really thought about it. They're both really good elements, so they both have their great characters. I think I'm again with you on this one that I've always kind of liked the life elements ones more, so I'll probably have to go with life.
Yeah, and then light and dark. This is so easy for me because like right when the Nightlight pack came out, the Sunscraper Spire, Nightlight has been the best light character even this year so far. I didn't really like OI that much. I really like Nightlight still and Astro Blast. Those were my two favorite light
Mm.
characters. I didn't really get much into the dark stuff. The
Yeah,
dark
well,
characters.
it probably for me it's easier to answer since there's only like five characters of these elements or so. But I probably have to go with light. I mean, there are a lot of well, there are some dark elements that I like, but I've always liked the light element a lot better.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The portals, the Trap Team portal or the Superchargers portal. I've always
Oh,
liked Trap Team
definitely.
because it has a speaker in it and has much more detail. Like I like how it's circle, you know, I've always liked that about it. It stayed the circle shape, but like I guess it had more like room where you can set the characters. I don't know about like putting like two sensors on there anymore, but it really looks cool as like a sitting out on a table better than the
Yeah.
other one portals. Um,
Well, for me, I'd have to say definitely Trap Team. Like with the Superchargers portal. Again, I like Superchargers, but I really don't like that
yeah.
portal. It's fine. I don't hate it. I just really don't like it because it's my least favorite portal. I mean, it's I liked that it was thin, but nothing lit up. Like there wasn't really a speaker. It was kind of ugly looking. I know they were trying to make it look sort of like a driveway or something for the vehicles, but again, the Trap Team portal. Oh, that was so cool because it was when it was first revealed. It was a huge thing. It was a big change. You could
Yeah.
see through it like it was. You could see through it. It was like glass or something like that. It like lit up all around it. It just had this futuristic look. Plus, you had the trap holder and had a speaker. It was just probably that one
I
definitely.
just feel like I was really actually upset. Like I was one of those people who are like, why no Imaginators portal? Because they could have really done like a big like
Yeah,
dojo type thing, like easily like one of those like a dojo stage. It could have been the biggest portal that
exactly.
we have yet. But like you can fold it up and like stuff like that. It could have like a
Well, yeah,
little thing. I don't know.
I found almost actually with the Superchargers portal that they kind of it had some potential because they could have made like the flames light up or something, or they
Yeah.
could have made it transparent so whenever you put on like a certain character and the element, it would the flame would change according to the element color or whatever. But
Yeah. I think they could have
yeah,
easily did that if like the flames are just clear. I think it could have shown up better, and then they could have done that easily.
yeah, it would have
Pretty
been
cool.
much better.
This one is I think Toys for Bob graphics or Vicarious Visions graphics, which this is a big one because
Oh
I
yeah,
would definitely have to. I mean, Toys for Bob's gotten better with graphics, I think, and even back then, I just liked their games a little bit better because I really like Trap Team, big Trap Team fan. But I can in Imaginators, it wasn't bad at all. I really liked Imaginators. I don't even know what they used, um, but I think it was the alchemy graphics or whatever. I'm not sure, but
they use the same engine as Vicarious Visions apparently.
yeah, I think now they did, but I would have to go with Vicarious Visions. I think now because Toys for Bob's kind of heading in that direction now too.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like
Well, for
competing.
me, it's really two different things because Vicarious Visions, they seem to really focus on the graphics. They're the ones that gave Skylanders a completely whole new look on Swap Force, and especially like the two first games, Giants. I mean, we all have to admit the graphics weren't really that great, but especially just for Swap Force and Superchargers, whenever I play those games, I notice that they're just really polished and it looks so great. And even compared to graphics for Trap Team or Imaginators, for some reason it doesn't look as good as the ones made by Vicarious Visions. So I don't know, Vicarious Visions for me. Like you
And
said.
then the next one is Superchargers or Swap Force, like with the games. My favorite was still Swap Force, compared to these two. Swap Force definitely, just because of the swapping characters and all
Oh
the
yeah.
battle modes and stages.
Well, actually, it's funny. I was recently replaying Swap Force because I originally didn't like Swap Force as much for I don't know really why, but I don't know. I really like Swap Force now, and it's becoming every day. It seems to become more and more like getting closer to being my favorite game. So I have to go with Swap Force, even though I like
Yeah.
Supercharged Swap Force
And
definitely.
plus some of the cores in there, like Bumble Blast, right on the picture,
Yeah,
it's really cool.
it has a ton of replayability too. Like,
The next one is Imaginators and Spyro's Adventure. This is a no-brainer one for me too. Spyro's Adventure, definitely the one who started it. Although, like, Imaginators is like, how can you beat creating your own characters still? But the story, like, the
oh
story
yeah,
just
it's
doesn't
terrible.
compare to any other
Well,
game.
considering for me, I'd have to say Spyro's Adventure, and I'm obviously going to choose that if I'm making a series on my channel called Skylanders Imaginators Sucks. But yeah, definitely Spyro's Adventure. I don't necessarily like hate Imaginators as much as it sounds like I do. It's just my least favorite game. Like there's
Yeah,
some
and
good things about it.
yeah,
Um,
and make sure you guys check out the videos too on Wheels, Yourself 2016's channel, and subscribe to his channel, Yourself 2017 or Yourself Productions down below. And yeah, so see you guys on
yeah,
the next video, and thanks for
yeah.
joining the club.
Subscribe to Josh's channel. Or sorry, was I not supposed to say your name, or do they know it?
They know it,
Okay, then subscribe to Josh's channel.
and yeah, see you guys on the next
Yeah.
video.